Been on vacation.
I have, but you got a new Yeti.
For now.
That was like one of the first things I wrote down when I said...
was it a new Yeti?
No, forgot to write it down. Starting right where I left off. I completely have lost my short-term memory.
Yeah.
Yet I can remember... I just came back from a trip, reliving the childhood, driving by childhood places and stuff, and I'd drive by a house and go, I remember those people. That guy had a nickel slot machine in his basement where I got a buffalo nickel.
No way.
And it's things like that, and these things, I remember this guy sat in the front lawn with him with, Northern Pike, and he taught me how to clean this, and all these things come back to me, yet I can't remember what I started to talk about in a sentence.
Yeah. That happens. That happens. Well, you should be me, man, because about mid-story there, I started going, I smell skunk. But then I remember, it's my sack. You want to smell my sack?
You guys are your medicine sack?
Yeah, but I got waxed by a skunk.
You did?
I had it on when
Wait a minute, hold it. I haven't seen you in over a week. All this, you've had this much time to prepare, like quality material, good stuff.
And I wrote it all down.
And you come breaking out with that.
What smell my sack?
Yeah, it took you 10 days to come up with that.
Well, no, this just happened.
To his credit, Brian, it took him 7 days. I was there when
You 7.
And if he thinks it's the first time we've got a whiff of him.
Of my sack?
Okay. It's the Mike in the Mountain.
Yes, it is.
How you doing? I'm Brian Gary.
He is Brian Gary. I'm Scott Cisco.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Let's make that clear. Division right here. I'm Brian. And he's Scott.
Ain't right.
That's. I was terrified when I walked in because, dude, your eyes are like fire today.
Right?
You've got like dragon eyes. What's going on here?
Was not Gorilla Glue.
It wasn't. No, is this all allergy?
Allergies, man. I'm dying.
Dude, you look absolutely beat to hell.
Yeah, it's getting a little better, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Getting a little better. Yeah, it feels like it. Feels like it's just...
You look like you got into a fight with one of the Paul brothers.
No, man. He's actually Snoop Dogg, man.
That would be... Could that dude even seriously?
But he
looks like a praying mantis.
Yeah, it's more like a puff give. Puff give.
Well, man, it is good to see you guys, man.
You too, bro.
Last time we were together, little did we know the bravery that James had endured, and we haven't given him his props for this yet.
No, we do.
Well, while doing the podcast, all of a sudden we see James kind of just fudging about in his seat over there. When the podcast is over, he shows us the picture of the tick that he found crawling on him while we're recording.
Right.
Dude didn't say a word.
Well, no, because he knows damn good and well I don't do bugs, man.
You would have
been tough going through that window and sealed off as we got it.
That was all for the team to make sure he didn't flee and we could get the thing recorded.
Well, yeah, I live by the philosophy of remain calm and keep recording.
Typical ID dude. Typical IT dude.
Did you say ID dude?
ID dude.
Yeah, I could have let that slide, but it's been. I kind of feel like a dick.
Dog.
That's it. So, discovered a few things on my trip. I went. This was the greatest vacation I've ever taken in my life.
Okay.
I mean, it was the area we went to is phenomenal, but more than anything, I don't think that I ever got my peace of mind shifted like I have on this trip.
No flat tires, no car trouble, no nothing.
And everybody was so... Here's the thing, is you go on this trip and you go... I mean, the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. Ugh. On Lake Superior, it's just gorgeous. And all the people are so friendly and everybody's so nice. And you were just able to breathe and it was just this relief. And then you start to think, well, how much of that is just because I shifted my attitude when I went on vacation? Are the people really nicer there, or did I just have a better mindset when I went into the place?
Yeah, dude, yeah, absolutely, man.
I mean, it really made me think, and it's like, okay, this was beautiful, this is breathtaking, but have you seen the mountains you live in? I started to do some of the thinking of that, a lot of it just has to do with letting yourself go.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it does.
Well, and I think a lot of the people seen your Colorado plates and thought, dude, we got to hook up.
Oh, I said, no, trust me, we thought that every time we passed somebody.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, follow them. They know the way to Taco John's.
Oh my God.
And another thing I discovered on this trip was beer. I know.
Microbrews?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hadn't had beer in like 15, 20 years. I'll drink my whiskey and my tequila and that, but I'm not a beer guy.
Okay.
Used to be a really good beer guy.
Right.
But then I started thinking, why drink 6? That's so much fluid.
Then you got to pee.
Oh, all that when I can get the job done in a shot or two,
right. And then you don't have to pee.
But everywhere we went throughout Duluth, Minnesota, northern Minnesota, every place was a brew pub.
Different microbrew.
Nobody served hard liquor. Every place was a brew pub. So if I wanted to get something to drink, I had to get
That's kind of cool. I never
brews.
thought of that.
So I'm ordering flights. And I'm thinking, I got if I'm gonna fly this way, let's see what kind of aircraft we've got in this place.
Absolutely. No kidding, man.
So
right
I'm sitting on the in Duluth, overlooking this pier, this walk that's just
incredible picture, by the way.
Oh, it's
bro,
stunning. But we're sitting there and we're drinking, flights of beer, and the waitress is really having fun with us because we were making sure we said everywhere we go, we're going to make the people's day.
Right
Wherever
on.
we go, we're going to make their day.
Right on.
We're going to tip big. We're going to just be those people. We're going to be fun. We're going to just be fun,
Right on.
So
right
we got
on.
a lot more fun as the flights were flowing, But I drank a flight. I drank like a 6-pack of Moosehead,
Now, wait a minute. You're at ocean level out there.
Exactly. I'm like the freaking Hulk of drinking.
Were soaking it
I
in.
was super sponge.
Wow.
I was able to withhold more liquor than I've ever been able to,
Right
as far as
on, man.
and nothing. I could not catch a buzz. We're drinking these canned margaritas. We're drinking the beers,
No
having
way.
just a ball. We're walking down after going to this microbrew, and we're walking through the park, and all of a sudden I can hear one dude and his guitar in the distance. And he's playing Help Me Make It Through the Night, the old country song. So I grab Kyla and we walk over there and I drop a few bucks into his guitar case and we just start slow dancing to Help Me Make It Through the Night on this pier.
Right.
All of a sudden a
big
bunch
romantic
dude,
you.
it was such a cool moment when all these other couples then started to
Joining
come out.
in. Wow.
Onto there and to see the smile on
Dude,
the dude's
that's some
face.
vibes, man.
Oh,
That's
was
some
just
vibes.
it was absolutely magical.
on.
And this was all because of these microbrews. But again, again, drinking, feel nothing. We come back on the trip back, we stay in Lincoln.
Yeah.
All right, and we hit Lincoln and go, let's just go to a Mexican restaurant and have a margarita. We've been wanting, where this is going.
Altitude, yeah.
Dude, we went up.
Floored you?
I had one margarita. I was blitzed. I was absolutely drunk.
Oh, isn't that something?
Like I have not been liquored up in 20, 30 years.
Wow.
It just kicked my ass, this margarita.
One margarita.
I said, Kyla, you're driving. Let's get to the hotel. I need a shower. It was that kind of.
Right.
So we're getting to the hotel. I don't even remember the walk up to the one margarita.
Are you kidding me?
One. I get into the shower and it's one of those where I'm grabbing the walls to hold myself up, dude. That shower is just going and I'm going, man, this is crazy. I thought showers were supposed to help. They throw drunk people in the showers, but cold water. So I flip it to cold, and then, I'm doing that. That brought me out of it a little bit,
Right. Wow. Isn't that something, man?
It was unbelievable.
Oh, my golly.
One margarita.
So, bring it back here a little bit, and that's pretty impressive. This is why people come in Colorado. It's a cheap date situation versus California, Oregon, and all of them right now. But are you a lager, an IPA person since this adventure, or do you have a particular brew that you love?
I like it seemed to me the darker and deeper and hoppier, the better.
I think you're an IPA guy because that's usually higher hops in the
I was reading, and they had them all on the board. You know, what each one was, alcohol percentage and some other thing like its hoppiness.
Right.
These are the 2 grades, and I was just looking for the bigger numbers.
Right.
You know,
because the darker it is, the more like alcohol.
Not necessarily. It's just more hops, which increases bitterness of the beer.
Oh, okay.
If you will, because I think they have something called the International Bitterness Unit or something, the IBU, that determines if it's going to be a lager or an IPA.
That's what the other thing was.
Okay.
That was the other rating.
Yes.
Was IBU beside the alcohol one.
Right, and I use the same system because I'm more of a sour kind of guy. I enjoy some good sour beers versus IPA. IPA is just way too hoppy for my taste to enjoy.
Do you like the ones that are fruit infused?
Yes.
Okay, you do. See, that was one of the vessels in my flight, which I crashed that immediately. No, strawberry cream. No, that ain't a beer. That's not a beer. That's not a beer.
Beer.
Passion fruit, on the other hand.
Passion fruit.
But the other thing I tried on this drive to stay awake, when we were doing the IPAs, was I'm like, God, I can't do coffee all day. I grabbed a Rain energy drink. I always see James drinking these. Yeah. You do your Monsters, and I see him doing these Rains. I thought, what the hell? I'm going to try one. And first off, tasted really good.
Yeah.
They were really good, and they work because about half a can into it, I'm going, I don't like this feeling. All right, I'm waiting to come down from this. Again, keep in mind, one margarita made me spin in the shower, so half an energy drink. It just made me way too peppy. Again, as a dude who's had a heart attack, anything that makes my pulse race goes. Like, I can't, there's certain outfits my wife can't wear.
There you go.
It's just not safe.
Oh, yeah.
It's not safe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I got more on that. But,
we'll say that.
There's much more to talk about. We drove by all the places where I grew up. In Silver Bay, Minnesota. Where I lived from when I birth until like 5 or 6. And we drove by the house that I lived in. I got the address, drove by, and I had no idea. This was a revelation on the trip that I discovered. My dad made meth. Apparently, because looking at the house that I grew up in, if Dad didn't, whoever there now is, there were 2 cars in the front yard. After you got through the bushes, you could see
on blocks
they had grown over the cars on the yard and in the driveway.
Dude, tell me you took some pictures.
I did.
I gotta see that.
Absolutely.
I gotta see
Walter
that,
White is my dad. I always wondered why he got those hats.
He's Marcello, dude. I want him on my side.
Right. No, I got you, but that was different. I was a little nervous getting out to get the picture taken.
Oh, I bet.
Because you just stand in front of somebody's house these days.
How time changes, though. Subdivisions change.
Yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, really. I mean, it just don't. I mean, I remember going down to Cocoa Beach, Florida. Dude, I don't recognize nothing, man. Florida is overtaken. Overtaken.
Anything you go back to after you've been gone. I mean, things that were... the things where you go, that used to be a vacant. That used to be. No, there ain't no vacant nothing anymore.
Well, and we can see that on a weekly basis just right here in Colorado. Cornfields, which are now subdivisions, I mean, they're disappearing. Everything's disappearing. Right?
Well, they are, which then pops into exactly what you do. Because, I mean, in all seriousness, when you see something new going up where there was nothing but land,
I cry and then I get excited.
There you because you get some. Now, didn't you just have an adventure? Because I pulled up and you're talking. I said it smelt really good in here.
Yeah.
And you go, what was it? The skunk?
Or this,
and I'm like, no. Sometimes I like the smell of skunk, but it was
skunk of all things. He thinks we find refreshing.
No, it was some kind of meat rub or something. Yes.
So I missed the meat rub. I was a little.
I thought it was your cologne because you usually wear Stubbs.
Yeah, it's called skunk.
It's why are you?
Well, funny you should ask, Brian.
No, because we all have stories with skunks. Seriously, that's the one critter we've all shared encounters with.
Right.
There's most of these you've been alone
on purpose.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I prefer the little black and white striped. Yeah. So there's a couple skunks roaming around into college. And I got the call, and
college skunks.
College skunks, they think they were smart. I thought they were smart. But what they're teaching nowadays, I was able to walk right up to them and catch them by hand. I had some pinned up frustration. No, I couldn't set up traps or nothing because of people, and it's out in the open. And I thought, I told the guy, I said, listen, I'm just going to come out here, let security know I'm here, and stay away from me. And by golly, one gave me a little bit of. They run a little quicker than I thought. I mean, me and him was a dead sprint with me on his tail until he finally stopped to take a breath, and I stopped and I was taking a breath. I'm like, why are you running?
This is a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Oh, it totally was, man. Yeah, and then just, a little hands-on. Have you
done this before?
Well, yeah. It happens when I build up a little frustration and anxiety, and so I purposely look for the smell. Again, if you want to smell my sack, just let me know.
Noodle skunks.
Oh yeah.
I
do not recommend it at home. Do not recommend.
Well, no, because they're, as I've learned, vector species.
They are.
Which means they all carry rabies. Does that mean they all have it, or they all carry it? What's
carrier.
the what does that mean?
They're a carrier. So I was labeled as a carrier back in the day. That's the reason why I never get sick. They said you're a carrier. I carry it and spread COVID. I mean colds. So they have the ability to carry it without it affecting them. So we can't relocate a skunk. We have to humanely euthanize skunks. So I seen the opportunity, man, to let out some pinned up frustration and run down a couple striped tails and catch them and load them up.
Okay, so for clarification...
Dude, you ain't right.
I tried to tell you.
I've got to put a clarification. He did not beat up the skunk. The skunk was alive. When he means frustration, he was running like a madman.
I just felt like I needed to have hands on, man. I just, sometimes you just got to put hands on it, And being as I've got the rabies vaccine.
But I tell you what, that was a great phone conversation. I wasn't going near you after what you just described.
No, I can only imagine.
Oh, yeah. And they did.
Oh, they waxed me. I was.
What do you do to get rid of?
Nothing, because I like it.
I was going to guess that.
I was the smell of my money, man. I mean,
well, keep your wallet in your pocket. All right.
He's just like Bane from Batman. He just inhaled all the fumes and muscles just grew and just became Hulk mold after.
I like that. I could picture it.
That was like me with beer at sea level.
Turned into a big old hops, man.
Until his kryptonite came along, was the margarita.
Dude, margarita. Mazatlan 2.
What is the elevation in Lincoln?
I don't know. It was really high when I was there. It was ridiculous.
It wasn't ocean level.
I had no idea the peaks of Lincoln were that. Good Lord, nobody talks about them.
No, right? Well, I mean, this is a family show.
Good Lord.
Oh, God.
You know, I thought of you when I was watching on Father's Day. I just kind of hung out and I watched this golf tournament, and here's why. My dad is a golf fanatic. My son was on his way to be a professional golfer. I mean, it's in the blood of playing golf. And then I was the one who was like, look, I could go and play golf for 4 hours or I could ride a motorcycle. You know, and that was where I went. But I love to play occasionally. But we have this family deal where me, my brother, my dad, and all the nephews draft 4 golfers each for a major tournament. And then we play for what is the most ridiculous Run DMC looking wrapper from the 80s medallion on a gold chain that you wear around your neck called, you know, and it's got our family name on there. And we play for it. We play for it in every tournament, and whoever wins is just a relentless asshole with it. Just constantly sending you pictures of themselves with it.
Wow. I think I remember you telling me about your nephew with that.
Yeah,
just make
because
those stories.
Up until this weekend, my nephew Jay and my dad are the only ones who have ever won the damn thing. My brother and I have been fighting just trying to get it, and my brother finally won this time.
No way.
He sent a picture of me. His wife took a picture of him sleeping with it around his neck, and then he sent me one of him wearing it getting into the shower this morning. So, I mean, this is, again, the kind of thing my family does.
I love it, man.
But I'm just sitting there, and I just sat on my butt all day yesterday and just watched golf. And all of a sudden, one of the guys he goes over to his ball over in the tall grass.
Yeah.
And I see sticking up.
No way.
Oh, dude, there was a big rattler.
No way.
They show him going down into the rough, and he had his rattle up, and the commentator was saying, that one's obviously been here a while.
Well,
you know, because he had a good old bulb on the back of him.
No way.
And
really?
Then my wife says they need to get that snake and get it out of here.
Oh.
But then I'm wondering, okay, what is that considered? Okay, it's a golf tournament, majorly attended. In the rough is a rattlesnake. Is that human safety? Does that come into endangerment?
Well, so you said it had a big bulb?
Yes, it did.
So I call that dinner for 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's good eating, man. You got that many rattles on that joker, he's going to be a good, thick, meaty... That's good eating right there.
So legitimately, a guy could go in there with his wedge and hack that thing up.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. That's human health, public safety. Yeah.
Okay.
But, nowadays we got to be careful. We got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I mean, the snake was there first.
Well, that's when I was just wondering, what is the situation? Because in golf etiquette, it gets a little weird.
Right.
You know, what if the ball... Because one guy's ball landed in the tree and stayed in the tree.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and then they had to go and do a ruling on, what to do in that situation.
No, I don't know what all the rules are in golf. There may be something in there on rattlesnakes.
There was a golf tournament, and I can't remember what country it was in, but a guy hit his golf shot, and there was like a wild sheep or something that had wandered onto the golf course.
Really?
And it hit the sheep in the ass. It hit the sheep's ass.
Really?
And stuck, and the sheep then ran a bit, and then the ball fell out.
Oh, that
And the
counts.
argument was, do you play it from where it hit the sheep in the ass or when it came out of the sheep's ass?
I would like to look at the rule book for golf.
Golf became more interesting to you all of a sudden, didn't it?
It did, absolutely.
See, I think if you really want people to watch, fill the heavy grass areas, fill them with snakes. Water hazards, gators.
Snake hazards, gator hazards.
You want to encourage somebody to shoot down the fairway.
Dude, I'd love that. That's a great idea.
Oh, it would be fun.
Oh, my God.
You know what? We can't find Rory. He went after his ball 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
don't worry about it. There'll be another guy in funny pants coming up in a second. You know?
Dude, I like that.
That's right. Something that came into my head. Well, another time you entered my brain, I stood in front of the world famous Beaver House.
I got the picture. You melted my heart
in
right
Grand
there.
Marais, Minnesota.
You melted my heart on that one.
They have a world famous fishing lure called the Beaver Flick. This store was made for you. I walked
Tell me
in.
you bought me a shirt.
We looked at every shirt and said he would love this one. He would love this one. He said that. He would love
Dude, that is so awesome, man.
It really was.
Oh, the Beaver Flick.
Yeah, I had to send you that picture of the place, and right away Scott writes back, "Give me the address."
It's not far from here, is it?
No.
Is it a franchise? Can we start one?
I think it's the one and only, man.
Well,
I think it's the one and
should
only.
there only be one and only?
Well, and that came up at another point too. We went to we thought we're
I'm
gonna.
sorry I cursed your trip, man.
I know you did. You showed up in
golf
too
in the
many
Beaver
places.
Flick, I mean, yeah.
But we decided, what the hell? I know we can't get into Canada.
Right.
But let's see how close we can get.
You did not.
All right. So I've watched too many Locked Up and Abroad shows and border crossing shows. So, and with that Rain energy drink in me, the paranoia level was just pegging.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
We're driving through road construction just ripped up to where you can't see signs. And, you know, Kyla's going, well, I know we've gone through all the towns I can think of, but I know we still have Thunder Bay coming up. I said, Thunder Bay is Canada.
Oh,
you know, and that's, I said, what did that sign say? Canadian border, 5 miles. Turn around now. That's it. And you're looking for a turn up. I go, they hate it when you make it to the border back up. You're suspicious.
Right.
All right. And yes, and I don't know what's in here.
Right.
Well, I do, and we don't want to be there.
Right.
All right.
Right. Well, and they got a vendetta against us because we trap Canadians. And then in the show.
Yeah, we did. In the Habba-Jibba show a couple years ago, we trapped a couple.
Yes,
we
right
did.
Up front. Boy,
well,
we got from a mile away.
Absolutely panicked, man.
I bet you did.
We found a turnoff and
Lock
just
them up and turn around.
Us, and then there were like 4 other people who came in, and
hey,
we're not going to Canada either.
Yeah. No, they're turning. Let's turn now.
Yeah. We're just sweating, man. Everything I'd ever seen in the shows is just coming back, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, you know,
heart racing.
They could be kind of fun. Have you ever been up into Canada?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we went up in there for a hunt one time, and I'm telling you, man, them dudes at the border, they were, I don't know if they had a bad day or what. They unpacked everything we had.
No kidding.
Literally the shirts, the I mean, to the T, dude. Unpacked everything we had, and then you guys are good. Our entire trailer was everywhere, like we were packing something. I mean, it was unreal, man. I couldn't believe it. It was just arrogant, dude. It was bad. It was a bad experience.
Well, it gets a little scary because you're driving, you're going up there, and then you're, hey Siri, and there's nothing. You know, when you've reached that line, and then I'm like, okay, hold it. I know what's wrong. Hey Siri. So I tried it in Canadian because I thought we're really close. Maybe that was still no. She wasn't working either. You are too close to the border. Yeah. So we go back and we're going. We hit this Grand Portage. It's one of the last towns in northern Minnesota before you get up there. And Grand Portage happens to be a state monument and a state forest. Okay. And so we stop in because my wife is the world's biggest national park geek.
Oh, I know she is.
I mean,
she got all the badges.
Oh,
the hat.
So she's like, maybe I can get a badge. So we stop in. We go in, and again, we're making everyone's day. And we went in, and the 3 gals working in the tourist center, we were the most engaged people they had ever had come in.
Man.
Where we walk in, and Kyla's got this enthusiasm. She's bubbling, and she goes, she goes through the souvenirs, and she finds an adult-sized Junior Ranger vest.
Oh, no, she did.
Oh, she did.
Dude, your heart started going, didn't you? Because you knew you were going to see that later.
17 pockets. 17 pockets.
What are you going to do with the other 16?
So
Lord, I apologize.
she puts that thing on, and then they go over, and she goes, "Do you have an activity book I can do so I can get a badge?" And they
God love her.
giving us the tour. They are just loving her. They take her out for an official swearing in.
No way.
And bring her over in front of a replica of an old fur trapping
Really?
thing. And they get Kyla in front of there, and she raises her hand, and she does the, I, Kyla, swear to, I have done through of this, and uphold these things. I promise to take care of the beaver.
No, she did.
She did. That was part of the pledge. And all of the friends of the beaver. And this was in the actual pledge. And then we each got these wonderful decals to put on that have a beaver on them, holding a paddle, smiling in a blue water, and Grand Portage Junior Rangers.
Dude.
So we're sporting. We both got the badge.
To the beaver, brother.
But here's the biggie. Kyla got to wear an official Ranger hat.
Like a real one?
A real one.
Like
they don't ever let you do that.
No.
And they just loved her. And the one gal says, "Do you want to wear the hat?" And this other gal comes up. They're doing the whispering. She goes, "Yeah, but I don't care."
Oh,
we can just do it. And so she goes over, she gets the hat on, and I swear to God, it was like the greatest moment in my wife's life.
Ever. Wow.
Yeah. She was just lit.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty special now.
Dude, right on, man. I bet she is. Yeah. Oh, dude. She's going to be ready to start writing tickets, man. Now. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Did she by chance start playing In the Eyes of the Ranger, the Unsuspecting Stranger? The Texas Ranger theme song in the whole process?
No, but it should have been going through my head.
Right. Dude, if she'd started doing that, I'd have left.
Oh,
no, we're done.
No, what it did for me is I know we've got a new repetition and theme night. We've got a new. Whoa. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't make it to the border?
No, we didn't make it to the border, but Park Ranger and Naughty Tourist Night is coming up.
Oh, man. Okay.
Wait till you see what I pack in my picnic basket.
Right. Hey, boo-boo.
Mm-hmm. You know what it's got to be if you're coming from up there, though? Every side of the road. Like when you go up to Estes Park, you're going to see every jerky stand in the world.
Oh, yeah.
On the way up.
Yeah.
Going up northern Minnesota, you see everyone selling smoked fish.
Oh, I bet.
Smoked fish and wild rice.
Oh, wow.
Wild rice.
Dude, did you try some?
See, I grew up on wild rice.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you like wild rice?
Oh, yeah.
You got to. Do you eat it, James?
I do white rice. I've had wild rice before, but I just don't know where to get them.
You got to cook the hell out of that to get it to open.
Yeah,
and I wasn't patient enough last night. I cooked it like an hour and a half, and I'm like, I don't care if you're done or not. You should be.
Well,
you should be. That's all I'm going with. And I made the grandkids eat it, and I said, this is black Minnesota wild rice. And I knew if I presented it like that, they would try it. And Xander takes a bite and goes, kind of tastes like seeds.
Nailed it, Xander. Nailed it.
But we went to this restaurant called The Sisters, I believe it was. And as we're sitting here looking at the menu, and I see this Minnesota burger, or shore burger, and it was a big pile of bison with a scoop of wild rice covered in mozzarella cheese.
Oh my gosh.
And we're thinking, wow, this is wild, and this menu looks great. The pizza looks great. Everything looks great. And then we see at the bottom of the menu, Andrew Zimmern from Bizarre Foods was here. And he had been there, and there were 2 menu items.
And that's
one of them was the hot dog version of that North Shore burger, where they take a big hot dog, put a scoop of wild rice and mozzarella cheese over it.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'd never been into a restaurant where all of a sudden on the menu I look and, one of these shows that I watch, was in there.
Wow, that is cool.
But then you think, this is the guy who eats pig anus, raw fish, things you've dug out of the ground forever. And if he recommends it, is that really a plus?
That's why I don't recommend foods.
Even Scott has his limits.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it was just...
Sounds like a killer burger, though.
The burger was killer.
And...
I had a calzone that was killer and several moose heads. And
Ooh, see, that reminds me. I had just a sidetrack here for a moment.
Yeah. Please do.
I went down to the friends down in Denver. They were visiting town, and they were residing in Denver for the weekend, if you will, or for the week. And we went to a place called the Lazy Dog down South Denver, almost Aurora area, I believe.
I know the Lazy Dog.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a California-based company.
That's where I tried it. Was in San Diego. That's where I found it.
And what blew my mind, maybe you've tried this, Brian, was the PBJ burger.
What?
Dude, that
wait, what?
Peanut butter jelly burger.
Yep.
It blew my mind, dude. I looked at it, I'm like, there's no way that's a menu item. No way. A burger, peanut butter jelly.
Was it good?
Lettuce, tomatoes, the peanut butter, and jelly. It was jam bacon that they used for the jam part, and they actually slapped a thing of peanut butter at the bottom of it. Took a bite, dude. I could not get enough of it, dude.
Really?
Could not get enough of it. My hands were drenched in juices, peanut butter, and jelly. But man, it threw me in a crazy mind frenzy of just like, this is
so
impossible.
Isn't that funny how the sound of something can throw you off?
Oh, peanut butter and jelly on a burger.
Yeah, right. But then if you break down and try it, it's crack-a-lackin'.
See, I've heard that. I actually had a buddy who would wake up after a night of partying, and he would go to the fridge and find the cold hamburger patties left over from the previous night's barbecue, and he'd just grab one of them patties and get some grape jelly and just smear that thing and just eat that thing.
See, I can't eat raw burger, man.
See, I'm still...
No, it was cooked.
Oh, okay.
But I can't do the egg in the burger. I do not know why.
Oh, no, I
it's
love
delicious,
that.
But I can't do the egg in the burger.
I would think the yolk would give it that salty...
Oh, it just
it
gets that creamy deliciousness goes right over.
Kind of like mayonnaise.
You really do. Dude, why you got it? Why you got it?
I don't know. You just started going into creamy deliciousness, and I just thought I'd throw it out there, man. You were ramping up, and I just wanted to.
It's over now. Just threw the ball of kryptonite at me.
I was enjoying that peanut butter jelly conversation, and then he's got to throw the curveball like this.
He does that.
Yeah, I ain't right. I ain't right.
Well, we knew that before I left, but that's it.
Nothing's changed.
So that's it's all been about me. And that's why it's all been about me. That's all you've brought me.
You won't smell it.
I already do. That's well, I know everyone's getting fired up around this area. Greeley Stampede kicks off this weekend. It's hard to believe that it's not just creeping up, it's freaking here. This weekend, things get underway. They'll be rolling all the way through the 4th of July. This event, I have so many incredible memories, through the years from the beginnings of it, to see it grow into what it has. But what really got me today, I was out front mowing the lawn when my mail carrier came by, and I've got a great mail carrier, and he's been my mail carrier forever. You know, and just a wonderful guy. But I've known him for years because he always volunteered at the Stampede.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I see him out there, and I stop mowing and go over. I said, "So you ready for the Stampede?" He goes, "Oh, I cannot wait," he said. "I got my vacation put in. My last day is coming up on Thursday, and then I'm off through the end of it."
Okay.
This is one of those guys, and this is not unusual in our area of northern Colorado, who take their vacation time from work to volunteer to work the Greeley Stampede. The Stampede Wranglers is a volunteer organization that just go above and beyond. If there were not the Stampede Wranglers, there would be no Greeley Stampede.
Right.
Every tent you see put up, every booth, everything that you see that requires sweat and work to put into, these people put into it. Right. And it's your mail carrier. It's you know, it could be the person at the convenience store. It's all of those people who get into this, and it's because they're so proud of this event and you know, the people who are going to be coming in. We talked before, it's a good lineup, but it doesn't matter who you're bringing. People want to get out and
they're
go.
aching to get out, man. People are just aching to get out.
You know,
they're ready.
I hope that the downtown restaurants, I hope that the hotels, I hope all of those industries that have really, really been beaten up over the last year and a half to 2 years get to reap a little benefit of this over the next few weeks. You know what I mean?
Everybody's ready to get out and support them, too. I mean, everybody's ready to get out and support them and just get in the mix, man. Just get in with the people and get her done.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, my wife is in the pet hotels right now, dude. They are just booked for the past 3 to 4 weeks. They're already out. People are just going, I know, right now.
Right.
It's funny to me that there's so many people who right now, and I'm not going to name any names, but my relatives, my brother's kids, they are.
Okay, go on. Yeah. Now that we don't know who you're talking about.
Just called today saying, you know, we're coming for Cheyenne for Eric Church, and we can't find any place to camp. Oh. And it's a month out, you know, and this stuff got scooped up immediately. Wow. I mean, I would think trying to find any place to set up a tent or a hotel room, anywhere around this area for the next month is going to be a tough thing to do.
Oh, dude, I bet 3 months. Probably all the way through to the end of the season, in August or September kind of thing. Because, I mean, last year, even though we had some lockdowns going on, they were still maxed out of camping grounds and stuff because we had the social distancing. Now, dude, I'd be surprised you can find anything this year or even next year.
Well, and that's what my wife and I were just talking about. Say you wanted to do Yellowstone next year, you better be on it now. And you're probably too late.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because
absolutely.
The people are just itching to get out. My wife is fine. She's going to go to Glacier National Park. Which has been on her bucket list, her and her camping friend. And they tried to go last year, and things got bumped out. They've been working on this for a couple of years, but finally going to hit that.
On.
But man, what I found, Scott, on this trip more than anything was this cleansing, this breath, this air that I needed to just clean my body and my mind. And where I found it was by the water. There was a silence when you're on a place that is completely, when one side is Lake Superior, there is no noise that comes from that side.
Wow.
There's nothing but a wave, so there's no ambient noises coming from one. It was the quietest place that I had ever been, where you could just sit and...
Water's got that effect, man.
It always has on me.
I mean, look at us when we were up at the river. Oh my golly, man.
And this is what I was feeling there, Scott, was that same thing as I'm feeling the waves crash onto the beach. You know, and you're just sitting there. There was this cove area where it was an inlet. It wasn't an island, but you could walk out and then navigate through trees and rocks. Wow. Something I would have never done before.
Right.
But that was like, from our hotel room, I could see, and I said, we're going to walk out there.
Right.
And we're going to walk to that point.
Right.
I don't care what it takes, we're going to get there.
That's
and
medicine,
we took our walking sticks.
Yeah.
You know, and we head out on those rocks and climbed, and I went through areas I was was surprised I was hauling my ass through.
Dude, right on.
And got to that point.
Right on.
And to just lay there on that rock, man, and just
wait for it.
It is. You talk about it all the time, to just go there.
Yep.
To just go and let yourself go. And I even asked, how do you do that? How does a person do that? And it comes to you, man.
It does.
When you get out there in nature, when you just get out around trees, around water, around what God put on this earth, man, it is.
Yeah, if I got to tell you how to get there, you're not in the right place.
No,
you ain't in the right place.
You're exactly right, Scott. You're exactly right, man.
If I got to tell you how to get there, you ain't in the right place.
No, but when you can think about it and it brings you goosebumps again,
buddy,
you know it was right.
You better believe it.
You want to get healed? Take a step outside.
That's right, man.
Take a step out there. Beautiful.
I mean, me and Scott were talking about this earlier today, man. It's just that disconnect in this society really needs to happen, because we all need that one-on-one time with ourselves right now, and just collective thoughts, nothing specific or anything in that nature. Just make the time for yourself.
You just feel lighter. And the minute I drove back into the city, you can feel all the pressures start to come again, which is where the challenge is.
But you got revitalized.
Right.
You got revitalized.
And now the challenge is finding that peace of mind, that tranquility, and find the ability to do that within the surroundings that you're in.
It's similar to your 415 shit list.
Yes.
In the sense of you go up, you let go, you get rebooted, and when you come back, the things that had you all twisted before, they ain't really that big a deal, man.
It's so true.
They ain't really that big a deal.
No.
Get out.
Right on. I felt it.
Right on.
And I'll always forever be indebted to you for helping me see what was always right in front of me and I never really saw before. So, without you, I couldn't have opened up and felt everything I was supposed to feel.
So, right on.
Appreciate it.
Was this after the rain energy drink finally wore off? Like you found some peace? Like,
we had found some mushrooms growing randomly on the island.
Totally, man. That'll put you in the right place, baby.
Well, hey, this has been a blast. Good to get the band back together.
Man.
Hope to see you out and about. Get out, check out the Greeley Stampede. Get up to Cheyenne this summer for Frontier Days. Just get out and support all the local events that are happening. The Friday Fest downtown concerts.
Yes.
You know, the music. I know Fort Collins is an outdoor concert series. Windsor had always done one. Wherever you can go and support that local scene and do it, do it. Do it.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, I'm dry. I think I need one of them IPAs.
It's your job, man. It's your job.
Hey, until next time, I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
Peace and love, y'all.
It's your job.
That was a little wild.
Yeah. Boy,
you okay? You're tired now.
I just been sitting here huffing. Nothing better than huffing than these sacks, man.
He's Scott Cisco.
He's still recovering from that skunk run, man. That really kicked his butt.
I can't imagine. That was
like being by the water for me.
Barehanding a skunk. I had to feel like when I got what was allegedly the world's greatest donut in my hand up there.
No.
Yeah, well, no, it was. It was a special moment for me. I got a picture. I'll show you.
That's how I felt about the peanut butter jelly burger.
Yeah, I get it now.